Get it. Once again, I'm One Killer Cat, and thank y'all for tuning in to Red Key TV. Let's get it. All right, so I want y'all to make sure y'all stay tuned for this whole video. I know sometimes I talk a lot in the beginning of the video, but hey, it is what it is. It's my job. This is not clickbait. I am honestly going to show you what you should not do when you're installing your Wicker bill. This is a way that most people mess up putting on their Wicker bill, and it messes up your paint. So this is not clickbait. If you don't watch the end of the video, that's your fault. I'm out here putting out content, so it is what it is. But look at my baby Candy behind me. She looks so good. I just finished washing and detailing her in here. Like, got all the way down here, did the tires and everything. Them things is satin black, they're not matte black. Them things was just dirty, it's all outdoors. But I finally got it cleaned up. It's been raining like crazy in Florida, but we did get the car cleaned up. But let's go back here to the back, and I'm gonna show you exactly what I'm talking about when I say people install these Wicker bills wrong. Now, I want you to know that when I bought this car used, I had a Wicker bill on mine. I put my previous one on. When I seen this one, I already had a Wicker bill on it. When I bought it, I was like, all right, cool. I don't need to take mine off and put it on there. So it wasn't long after that I got it that I realized that this guy had put it on wrong. So whoever had this car before me put this Wicker bill on wrong. And this is what I mean. I'm gonna turn this camera around so I can fully show you exactly what I mean when I say you can put a Wicker bill on wrong and you can mess up the paint. All right, let's get it. With this style, you line up the middle bolt to the camera. That's the middle of the car. And so it's in the right placement as far as the middle. It's in the wrong placement as far as a lot of people like to put these down where they're touching the trunk because they like for it to look flush and good with the car. And that's all fine and dandy when you first do that. But this is where your problem lies. When you open the trunk and you're closing them, this is what you get after a while. Over time, if you keep closing your trunk hard and too hard, you're gonna keep scraping that paint. You're gonna scrape that paint raw there on both sides. So whenever you put these things on, you don't want to put it all the way at the bottom of the trunk where it's flush, because it looks like, oh, it's going to clear. Let me give you one quick second. Let me go cut this light back on. All right, we back. We went ahead and cut the light on the phone on and the light in the garage back on. So it looks like it's clear, right? So when you come down here, you can actually see a gap. So what happens is you keep slamming your trunk or you keep closing your trunk and that thing hits the car every single time, because you got to remember this part is stationary. Every time the trunk lifts, all of this lifts with it. So that part is fine. But this part, it comes down and boom, hits your trunk, boom, hits your trunk. So it hits the back of the car. And then you can see over time, that's what you actually get. So the only way that I can try to fix this is I can try and loosen these bolts in this Wicker bill, and it has a little bit of space. It just depends on where he put it at and placed it. And I should be able to pick it up a little bit. There's another way I could drill the holes out on the Wicker bill a little bit wider, and then I could try and lift it up in the gap of the holes that I drilled on the Wicker bill, but we hope that we're not there. Now, I do have somebody that's gonna touch this up. I'm gonna get this touched up and fixed, but I gotta get that part fixed first, because if not, I'm just gonna do that all over again over time. So that is the wrong way to put your Wicker bill on. Make sure that when you do put it on, that you leave yourself a little bit of gap in between this spot right here, because this is the part that matters. It needs to be up just a couple millimeters, just a little bit higher than resting on the trunk. A lot of people like to rest it there, and that's the wrong way to put it on. If you put it on and you rest it there, you're gonna close your trunk, and you heard that? Now it sounds like the trunk hitting down there, but that's also it hitting right there. And as you can see, I got some wear and tear, but it won't be too long. We'll get that fixed and touched up. We'll get this side fixed and touched up, and then we'll be all good. But we got to get this part of the Wicker bill put on the correct way. So I'm going to shoot the video of me trying to move it up and see if we can get it moved up. I haven't actually done this part on this one yet, so we'll actually find it at the same time if I can correct it or if I got to figure out another way to correct it. But other than that, we'll figure out something to get it up, or I'll end up wrapping underneath the underneath here in some kind of way. We'll wrap it, or we'll do something to get around it. But that is the wrong way to put your Wicker bill on, guys. Like, there's things that you can do that make these cars look good, but if you don't know how to do it, you should definitely say something, because you'll never know until somebody points it out or you like lift it, or if you're a person like me that puts these type of things, these modifications on your car. So I hope I helped somebody in actually putting this on their car, so they find out, hey, I probably should check this out. And if it's on your car, you need to go check yours. So if you have a Wicker bill and you're watching this video, Even if you put it on and you have somebody else go put it on, go check this if you haven't checked it. Go make sure that you're not scraping. And if you are starting to scrape, you need to figure something out. You need to move it and pick it up. Let's go get the drill and try to take this thing off and see if we can adjust it. All right, guys, so I did get the Wicker bill put back on. As you can see, it only raised very little bit. Like, I don't think it's going to, I don't really want to drill the holes bigger. There's a way that I can do it. I can drill the holes bigger, and that'll give me more room to adjust the Wicker bill up. And then I can just tighten up on the screws, which will allow it to sit there. I don't really want to do it that way. I don't want to actually drill bigger holes in my Wicker bill. But what if, the other thing that I can do to, you know, mitigate this problem is I can close my trunk softer. So instead of slamming my trunk all the time, whenever, you know, I finish, I gotta close it softer. So once I get it touched up, I did move it higher so it won't get the brute force as much, but I do need to make sure that I close my trunk softer so that I don't end up scratching up the paint on my car once I get that actually touched up. So I recommend, hey guys, once again, y'all need to make sure that when you do it, raise it up a little bit so that you don't have this problem at all. Just a little bit. It ain't gotta be too high. Just a little bit higher than the actual corner of that spoiler. If it's lower than where that spoiler is at, when the spoiler touches the actual paint, that Wicker bill is definitely gonna hit it. So you need to do that. You need to raise it up just a little bit, and that'll make it easier for you to actually not have to go through this problem of like making sure every single time you close your trunk or somebody else closes your trunk that they don't slam it and end up scratching your paint in the long run. But yeah, I just wanted to give that quick advice to everybody on the wrong way to put on a Wicker bill so that y'all can fix it. Make sure that you don't have this problem that I'm having. This is, you know, this is what happens when you buy a used car. You figure out what other people did that they messed up, that they gave to you, and now it's your problem. It's not a big problem, but if I can help somebody else out so they don't have to go through it, that's all I'm trying to do, man. Make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe on my channel. We gonna make major moves on this car. I got big things coming. Hopefully my stuff gets in this week. I'm still waiting on my rims to get here. I got some more stuff coming for those rims, so just stay tuned. Wide body kit and my actual sub box should be done this week, and we should get that installed. So make sure y'all stay tuned, man. Turn on the notification bell. Like this, man. YouTube's algorithm brings my videos up. I can get more people watching and more people subscribed. Please, 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 if you're watching this video, you made it to this point, please just hit that like button, man. It'll do a lot for me and help me start getting paid sooner because it'll put my videos out there. So please, please, please like this video, comment, turn the notifications on, man. Until next time, I'm out.